Hey guys, I'm at BERNINA University and I wanted to show you the free motion fantasy side of my booth. So we have the Jubilee side of my booth and then the free motion fantasy side of my booth. And since I didn't get a chance to film a video at Spring Quilt Market, I wanted to show you these quilts. So first is Waterfall. It is actually cut from yardage, but it really showcases the prints in this collection. And when I say that, I want to show you over here what the prints are. First of all, we have a feature print in winter, autumn, summer, and spring. And this is really used to practice free motion quilting. It has swirls, it has feathers. All the prints in the line are actually used to practice free motion quilting. So here we have the gray neutrals that are in this collection, and you can just quilt on top of the lines. I'll show you more about that in a minute to practice your free motion. We have the cooler colors of green down to the warmer colors of green. We have the blues and the oranges and reds. Whoops, this guy's backwards. And then the pinks to purple. So we have a whole rainbow of prints. And what you can do is basically take your favorite print and pull a bunch of coordinates from the other prints to make it work. So if we come over here to Waterfall, one of these quilts is quilted with a pantograph, which is actually one of my new OESD quilting collections that will be shipping at the end of August. And you can see that on the back of the quilt. And that's the cool colors of Waterfall. So you can actually see it better on the pattern cover. Over here I have the warm version. And the warm version I quilted by quilting on top of the quilting line. So you can see I was practicing my pebbles and practicing my swirls with my feather around to swirl. And I was practicing bricks and paisleys and tubes. So that's what this collection is meant to do, to help you practice your quilting. Over here I have swirls. Swirls was the pattern I originally did for a Craftsy class that's now available just as a printed pattern. It is a 5-inch square friendly design. Basically you start out with 30 squares, you back 10 of them with fusible web, you cut them apart as swirls and fuse them down to the remaining 20 and you have a quilt. And here you can see I again took inspiration from the fabric. I think you can see the quilting on this one better from the back. Can you see that? So it's heavily quilted, as I always like if I have time. This is Technicolor, which you guys saw over in red over there, but here is the original version of Technicolor. I'm going to try to get back. Actually, let me come back this way. Technicolor. And it's a simple wedge-shaped quilt. And the great thing about this quilt is when you make all these wedges, you actually get almost a second quilt top because you get the mirror image of these wedges. So I get a wedge with green there and pink there. And so basically if I bought more backing fabric, I'd have two quilts. So that's fun. And you can see how I quilted it. I did straight lines so the rays look like they extended out. And in every other ray, I have dense quilting. Okay, so that's Technicolor. And then we have Make It 8. Now Make It 8 is a super simple quilt to put together. It has two blocks, this one and this one, and you basically take a feature print, you get a yard of a feature print, and you pick 8 fat quarter coordinates and then a little accent piece and a background fabric, and you do a quilt like that. This also, it has the butterflies from the OESD collection. I wonder if I can see any. It's so busy it's hard to see, but there's a butterfly on it. Again, those collections will ship at the end of August, and they are for Longarm and embroidery machines. And then this is the spring version of Make It 8, and it has actually the bird pantograph on it, which turned out really nicely, I think. And it gives a whole other look. So that's taking the spring fabrics and making a spring coordinate. So those are some of the new free motion fantasy patterns. I hope you enjoyed seeing them, and I will talk with you soon.